about 8 of mine, seeing vehicles with lights out. Dip beam on this one's out and it's in there. I took this rubber boot off yesterday, thinking to myself, yeah, that's all right, I've got plenty of spare bulbs, I'll soon sort that. Yeah, that was an education to start with. So, once I got the rubber boot off, which was actually fouling on that little tab there, I looked in the back of here and went, oh shit, never seen one of them before. And at that point I bottled out. But now, having done a bit of research, I found out what it is. Hopefully it ain't going to be too bad. The hardest part is getting the hand in there to get it. If we manage to get it out, I'll show you what it is. Got a bit of movement on it. Finally took the fuse box cover off to give me a few more millimeters of movement. Managed to turn it anti-clockwise a few degrees. Wasn't sure I had it loose. Did it back up again, turned it clockwise, got it round loose again. A lot of wiggling to get it to that stage. Now we've got to see if we can actually get it out of the hole. Well, VW, you did yourselves proud there. What a performance to get a headlight out. And no, I didn't have to take it all off. I released the top. Had a fight with it. These two little fellas here, this young and this young, just need to get a screwdriver in on there and just put a little bit of downward pressure on that. I've got the two screws out of there thinking I could take the lower bit off, but there's bolts in there and oh my god, you wouldn't believe it. Right, let's see if we get a new bulb in it, because that's what it's all about. I just could not get it in. Right, Caddy near side dip beam. Yeah, if you see from the other video, it's very tight, and what you can't see and what nobody tells you is that there is that metal clip in there. Quite how I got that bulb out without undoing them, I really don't know. Whether they sprung off with me driving around, I don't know. But anyway, I did get it out, but I could not get it back in for love nor money. So as a result, I've had to take the headlight out, and that was a mission and a half. So if ever you come to do these, just be aware there is the metal clip in there that a lot of us will be used to with headlights. Well, they are under a bit of tension. They're in a slot. I've seen that video, get the flipping thing out of it. They've got to come back round that hook, and then it will come off. And you're trying to do that blind up against all the other stuff that is in there. Anyway, this is the old bulb, by the way. I've spent an hour trying to put this bulb in before I decided to take the headlight out, trying to work out why the hell it wouldn't fit. So now I'm going to get the new bulb, pop the new bulb in. Right, the other video I saw tells you that the bulb needs turning. It doesn't need turning on this one. This is a 16 plate. I think it's a 65 actually. I've got a personal plate on it, but that's beside the point. New bulb. D8S 25 watt. Don't pick up a DS3 35 watt like I did. Do not touch the bulb. Do not touch that bit. Now, it doesn't need twisting. It actually goes in, and that centre tab there sits on that metal tab there. So she drops straight in, pushes home, and then these two metal clips here come back into position. How the hell you're supposed to achieve that with the light in situ is anybody's guess. That's the clips are on, and then this only goes one way round. There is a, I'll show you the old bulb, there is a tab in there. This can only go on one way, and it just pushes in the bottom of there. Again, very easy out here. a freaking nightmare in there. Just going to put the cap on, then we're going to try and put it back in. Stick the rubber boot on. It keeps all the baddies out. Might as well do it now, because it's marginally easier now than when it is in. And then we'll see if we can get it back in. Put that over there out the way. Well, that's no good anymore. Right. First thing to do, put the power plug back in. Again, in theory, it can only go one way round, and it came out of there, so I'm assuming it's going to go back in. Right then. I actually removed the 2 bolts out the top of the wing to try and give me a bit of movement on there, because there's no way in God's earth I could get them 2 bolts out of there from underneath. The problem we've got here now is this one here fails on this. The back one here, these tabs here are going to have a fight with this tongue here, but we'll have a go, see how we go. I can't swear too much because I've got a helper holding the phone for me. Get that in there. That under there. Now, around here, there's 2 tabs under here that have to slip inside that grill. So I've got to get that light back further. That one's under, that one's under. It's got to come up on top of there. This is what I'm fighting with at the moment. This bit of plastic here. Just need to get that in around there. There, she's dropped now, so hopefully we get in there. There we go. Just like that. Yeah. If you want a Caddy headlight changing, don't ask me. Right, all we got to do now is try and line it all back up and see if it works. Do like a bit of coppery on a bolt if you can get it on there. Probably not going to be able to hold the camera and do this at the same time, but anyway, there's a bolt to go in there and a bolt to go in there. Another slight difference to videos I've seen. These are captive in this plate, they don't lift off, and those plastic are threaded into the top of the headlight housing, so don't be too knee nut and elbow with it when you're taking it apart. I actually put the 19mm ring spanner on them and then undid the screw out the middle with my rattle gun. They just made a liar out of me. I'm just doing it back up and it popped out. So yeah, as with other videos, just pop it out if you like. There you go. Would have saved me unscrewing that out the top of the headlight, but there, oh well, you live and learn. So what did I do? Some of the things I didn't need to do. I released all across the top here, which we had to do. to get the movement on the grill. Well, I didn't take the wheels off, I did jack it up. I undid all those to take the liner out, which with hindsight I didn't need to, that side. And I did do this side, and I also managed to get out 2 screws which actually are in here. That plate I showed earlier, they've got the 2 10mm bolts in. There's 2 screws up in here that I've got to get back. So yeah, this liner did come out. Apart from that, I don't think there was anything else that I didn't need to do. I probably should have just done it from the start. But there you go, you live and learn. Nearly there.